Good evening, guys, and welcome to BoATV for tonight's race. And tonight we have once again our fourth instalment at Brands Hatch, and this time we have the PC boys in their sexy liveries. And tonight, once again, I'm going to be joined in the box by none other than CRS Dizzy. Good evening, mate.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to the racing.
Yeah,
it's
glad to
going
have
to
you
be a
back.
good race, road race today. Yeah, it's good to be. I'm glad to be back as well. It's thanks for having me back.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Looking forward to today.
Give me a second just to get set up properly.
So for those who weren't there last week or the week before, we've had a couple of good races so far this season. Some really good standout drives from a few drivers. The racing last week was brilliant, and let's saw Matt Whitburn take the win over Austin's, and Austin's took the win over Matt in the first race. So Austin's leads that championship by 2 points, so it's nice and close. Going into this round here at Brands Hatch.
If they've got 1 and 2,
is it possibly fast? I think it's possibly fastest laps.
Possibly,
I think it's fastest lap because
Possibly.
Austin's got fastest lap in the last race, so he must have got fastest lap in the other race as well.
Okay, well, quali's just underway as well.
Yeah, got cars leaving the garage.
Did we see Luke out there first? Wasn't Al, that's for sure. No, he's just behind another McLaren. So nice to see. Oh, sorry, mate.
Hutton heading out. We've got Hutton heading out, Blanchett heading out, Sorberg heading out. We've got Bell heading out as well. A couple of drivers deciding to remain in the garage. This is a short track, so space is at a premium, really. Especially in qualifying, you can definitely get in someone's way, which I imagine would be some sort of penalty, if I'm right.
Yeah, it all depends. It depends on circumstance. It will go to, if it's reported, it will go to the stewards.
There we
go. With video evidence. And we like to have both exterior and interior views. Notice a few people sending in exterior views, not showing their inputs.
Yeah. Need to be able to show all those inputs, really, the whole side of the both sides of the argument, really.
Yeah, with traction control and ABS and things like that doing what they do, the exterior doesn't show what the driver's actually doing sometimes.
Exactly, yeah. So the championship leader currently, Austin's, is out. He's just gone out on circuit now, so he's just getting his tyres warmed up. He's halfway around the track.
Let's go move up. Yep. Car number 63, keep an eye out for him. Got a few old names. But I think Hemming's the first car out on the track. He's in the McLaren and Monster livery. Luke we saw just backing off. I think that's Mover actually. I don't know whether he's just come out a bit later. So good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. So we're expecting the unexpected. Apparently all week it's been changeable conditions. A couple of times I've jumped in here, it's been dry.
It was raining in the practice, so there's a possibility of rain. I'll have to see how the weekend goes. Currently, with the track temperatures and everything, it wouldn't, and there's no wind speed, so that usually dictates that it's going to remain pretty still for this session at least, which is good for these drivers because obviously they want to get the best lap they can out of the car, and it's probably the most practice they've done will have been in the dry as well, so it's key. Whitburn there with a 1:23.5 and Andrews 4/10 off. Hemming 5/10 off, so he needs to find a bit more time. And the time's coming in from the silver drivers as well. Looks like Hemming's actually pulled over.
Few cars improving at the moment. Not that car. No, he's still in the pits with Hutton as he makes his way into Druids. Is that? Yep.
Kerr just coming about to cross the line now. Puts himself in P4, 1.4 seconds off the pole. Not bad from Kerr. He was there. He was in 3rd place last week for a lot of the race at Barcelona, and then it all got away from him at I think the last couple of laps, so the last 20 minutes or so. He lost the position. So yeah, we could actually see some improvement from Kerr. Austin's 5/10 off Matt. That actually puts him P4, so he needs to go and find a bit more space on track, I think.
Yeah, Malone's definitely setting the pace with 23.5 at the moment. Luke currently sitting second, but
he's just gone faster.
He's just spotted that as well.
Yeah, just gone faster. 23.2. That's a massive gap.
But that's the fastest we've seen so far this weekend.
That's quite impressive.
Hutton, is he still improving? He was. See what he can do. He does improve, goes up into 10th.
Good job from Hutton, putting himself just behind the fellow Mercedes of Hayward. And Hayward had a really good performance last week. Was my driver of the race. Did a really good job.
Brian Hayward long term.
I like that Mercedes well. That
it's good looking.
Yeah,
I do want to design one. I'm actually designing a purple livery at the moment, but it's a McLaren, so I might have to try and persuade him to get into McLaren next season.
Yes, he's doing well so far. A little bit off the pace of Pio, but we saw from Pio last week that he was a bit all over the place in places, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of was struggling in places because we kept going back to him and he kept having a few issues. So hopefully he's resolved those this weekend and resolved them for tonight, and he's ready for today. Pastorius doing a good job. Wasn't overly fast last time out, but so that's a good banker. That we can definitely improve on that. Whitburn leading the silver, so really, that's fantastic from Paul Whitburn.
He's already half a second up on his previous lap, Pastorius.
Soyberg at the moment really struggling for some pace, really, to be in that top 6 or top 7.
Oh, really. Excuse me. I don't like to give people excuses, but he is currently suffering from man flu. A severe case of man flu as well. It's like almost actually flu.
That can lose you. That can lose you a few tenths. So
yeah.
See how he does. And Sylvester. I don't know where Sylvester's kind of been this last couple of races, but he needs to find a bit more pace, really.
He started this Snetterton. He did really well last week. Unable to finish the race, so I just had a bad race. So I retired. Rick Pink's decided to stay in the pits. Just noticed. Watch out, Steve Turner as well. He's aka Mover. He's made some moves through the pack last time out. On board with Joker.
Sylvester improves, but still not enough. He's still just a bit off Balcom and Pryor.
So that's currently a livery that I designed for once. So, sorry, 1 second. Oh, excuse my language. Realise I'm not muted.
We can see in the silver class there, Pastorius now P6 and Paul Whitburn P7, so the leader of the silver class has changed around a little bit. That 3-3 Mercedes doing a really good job. Sylvester still on a good lap. I'm sat on board with him at the minute, and he's looking like he's putting a better lap together, but we're going to have to wait and see. But the top 5 currently pro cars, and all within a second of each other, which is pretty good around the circuit. Sylvester seems to be on a better lap. He hasn't improved though, he's still trying to find time, so hopefully we'll see an improvement from him. Soyberg at the moment, halfway around the track. Looks like he's on a better lap than he has been before. It's all changing around in the silver class. It really is, it's all shifting around in the silver class for the best times, and if you look at the times between P7 and P11, it's less than a second, it's less than a tenth.
I apologise,
So,
guys.
just
My
over
brain's just
10.
right.
It's okay.
Back.
Yeah, I was just saying, as you can see, from P7 to P11, it's just over a tenth of a difference. So Soyberg puts himself P6.
Shows you there's more of us mere mortals than there are aliens.
Yeah. Hartfield and Pio actually sat in the same lap, which is impressive. Good to see. But then goes faster again. And now we've got a battle on for, well, P2 as well, P3. Yeah, P2 is for a battle between P2, P3 and P4 of Austin's, Andrews and Emin. But Whitburn's 6/10 in front of everybody. I mean, that's...
It's crazy out there. Seacons is improving though, up in 6th.
23-1 from Whitburn now, so he's nearly in the 22s, which is absolutely bonkers. But Austin's and Andrews set the same lap time, within probably a thousandth difference.
Yeah, Luke looking like, I think Luke might put a little bit more practice in this week. I know he's doing an hour or two earlier. Adam 5G saying Luke needs to pull his finger out. Yeah, come on, Luke.
Well, Hemming's only 5,000ths away, so. And Hemming's currently just been let go by Whitburn, so this could be Hemming on a good lap.
Let me just get the deltas back up. He's not on a lap.
Sorry, it's a different McLaren, my mistake. I think that may have been Soyberg, or it may have been Falcon.
Hemming looking good since he's joined. He's currently on a lap. Was 2 tenths up.
Paul Whitburn puts himself a second off pole in P5.
Whitburn Senior, part of Malone.
Doing a great job. Five tenths faster than his nearest competitor now. That's he's found some time there, some good time. Hayward not doing a good job this weekend. He's still there, but kind of in the midfield right now. Expect we'll see him come back through the race, maybe. Yeah. And there you go, Hemming has gone faster. Adjust.
Alright,
got
I'm back in the
Barton.
game. I'm back here. Sorry, my friend just arrived and he's just gone. So I'm back with you now.
We've got
Bad
Barton in
timing.
P20 at the minute. And Turner did a really good job last week. I think he came 10th, didn't he?
Yes, what to say. Just not always the quickest out of blocks, but he will gradually gain pace. Rick Pink making a return.
He needs to try and find a second, but that's possible. Yeah, not seen Rick Pink before, so that's someone new in the field. Currently in that Ferrari, it's a nice looking Ferrari.
Yeah, Surf pointing that. Hemming and Austins and Luke on the. Well, they were on exactly the same time.
They were so close to each other, it's unbelievable. Andrews is actually giving up. That's it. Andrews isn't going to put another lap in. Austins is on a lap, I believe. You may need to check that on the deltas, but I think that might be right. And Hemming is also on a lap, I believe. So the fight for P2 is still on. I'd say the fight for P1 is done, and Hemming may have run wide. That might be his lap over. We'll have to wait and see.
A ball with Big Al in the AJE drones livery. Oh, and he bins that lip lap. There was someone else coming in.
Whitburn's gone off. Austin's has gone off.
Pushing a little too hard. Can't actually see anyone improving at the moment.
And Hemming's not improving.
Kerr's on a good lap.
Yeah.
Well, I say that he's actually down on his delta at the moment.
He may improve. We'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Surf Rick is the journeyman.
Rick Pink putting himself P13, so not bad. Paul Whitburn, star of the silver class. Absolutely great lap from him to put himself in between the pros.
The Kerr comes round.
Yep, and it looks like he's gonna.
It was
No, it doesn't
bang
improve.
on. It was flat. His delta
the
was.
same. No way. Same lap. Impressive.
And the session over.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm hoping the conditions change. But it's looking pretty dry at the moment.
So far, looking pretty dry. Practice was dry. Quality was dry. And Matt in the chat there saying, "Yes, Dad."
Get in, Dad.
That's quite well done. 1 second. That's a really impressive time from Paul. So congratulations to him on getting his, basically starting pole in silver, but not pole on the circuit. So, but he starts row 3, so that's not bad.
You seeing that in the chat there just shows you what sim racing can do. Not just
Yeah.
the batter competitive who's bringing father and sons together. After quite a few father and sons combinations, a lot of brother combinations.
There are.
To get to share our passion. There are 21 cars out there tonight. So if you do want to take part in the next one, we've got 4 races left after this. But we could do it at a reduced price now for the last few races. I think it was only $5 in the first place, and was $5, £3.
Yeah.
Cheap as chips. Surplus mentioning some really good looking liveries out there. There are really hoping Xbox has some sort of feature a bit more extensive than what they got.
Just a little note as well. Looks like Barton actually improved on Blanchette. So Blanchette actually was higher up last week. So he struggled at the back there. But yeah, Matt Whitburn P1. Hemming in P2. Austin's P3. Andrews P4. Whitburn silver class P5. and I think you probably agree that was a really good performance from Paul. Kerr P6 was on a lap, hopefully to improve, but just kind of failed at the end there. Sligo P7, not feeling very well apparently, so we'll have to wait and see how he is during the race. But not a bad lap from him. Keeps himself in touch with the pros. Pistorius P8, Hayward P9, Williams in P10. Pio, who we saw struggled a little bit last week, and puts himself P11, so not bad. Not a bad start. Let's see how he can improve. Hartfield P12. Rick Pink in the Ferrari P13. Not seen him drive before, but as you've been saying, he's meant to be quite good. So we'll wait and see what he does. Bell in P14, Balkan P15, Hutton P16, Pryor P17, Sylvester P18 in the pro class, so way off the rest of the field at the moment, but we'll see if he can improve during the race. Barton P19, Blanchett P20, and Turner P21 was a good. He had a good performance last week, so we'll see what you can do this week. Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Yeah. There we go. 2 seconds to go. We've got a formation lap, single file. It's a pretty short track, this, isn't it? So, yeah. Yeah, I believe it is. No, I think you're right. Could be wrong, actually. Yes, it has. It has. No. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some cars do suit certain tracks more than others. Everyone trying to get their brakes nice and warm. The whole weaving thing doesn't really work, and I think everyone's learnt that now, that more based on the brakes and getting that heat through the brakes into the tyres makes a big difference. What are you expecting? What do you think? Any predictions? Okay. I think we might see something from Andrews this race. Pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a dry race. Yeah, 1 hour. For the next 30 minutes at least, it is dry. It's all going to be about pit stops, obviously. Who's going to take a pit stop when they take it? That's going to be the interesting play, I think, for the top 5, maybe.
Cheers, Surf. I was muted.
Everyone's lining up 2 by 2.
Yep, so Whitburn brings him round the final corner on the formation lap. Round 3. Final race of this GT3 weekend. Good luck, everyone. Well, I've got to get quick with me camera views.
Here we go. And we're away. Off we go.
Luke
Whitburn
gets a good start.
straight into the lead and just sits comfortably. He's going to be sitting comfortably through there.
Luke
Might
up
get
into third
challenged here
place.
though.
Oh, they're all moving
Hemmings having a
about.
look. Hemmings moving around a little bit. He's having a look, but that's giving Andrews the opportunity to have a look. That's giving Austin's. Austin's has lost out.
Seeker's just jumped a couple of places as well.
Puts himself just behind Whitburn. So Kerr lost out there. Kerr lost out a little bit. The time's coming in now for the first sector, so. Siakos is looking right behind Paul Whitburn right now. He needs to get past him fast as well, even this early in the race.
Very clean start.
Yep, very clean. So far, all cars have made it around.
We've got a bit of a tussle going on. A little bit of contact. You can see Pryor mixed up in there as well as Mover at the back there. Still going on at the back.
Looks like something happened to PO because he was P10, he's now P19. So something happened to PO there. Not a great start from him. Hopefully he can make up some places.
Oh, and we've got Hayward off the track there.
Sylvester sets the fastest first lap.
Oh, Turner does in the end.
Oh.
I didn't expect that to last, but well done, Steve. Get the first lap. I suppose he hit the lap the fastest, didn't he? On the back.
Hayward's kind of just having to defend a little bit now from Barton, who's made up some good places. The gap currently to Whitburn to Hemming is 7/10 already. So then McLarens are kind of just pulling away on their own a little bit. Andrews, Austin got back past Andrews.
Yep, that's fine.
Gonna have to see what he does, but Paul Whitburn sitting in 5th and currently a nice gap to the car behind as well.
Put him Siakos under pressure. Finding his pace after a poor start.
Is he going to look into turn 1? He's lining them up. Siakos going to take the inside line. Yep. Kerr's going to try and look around the outside. But that door's closed. Might try and have a look on the entry into the next corner. Is he going for an inside move? Yep, he's down the inside. Can he make it stick? Is Siakos going to try and drive? No, he's going to give him the space. That's good racing from both of those two there.
We'll settle down really quickly as we do notice that with Pacey.
Hemming with the fastest lap. So Hemming really putting it all on the line right now just to probably try and keep up with Whitburn. But it depends how long he can drive like that for. I think certain drivers can drive on the edge all the time and other drivers can do it for a bit. And then they sort of start making a few mistakes that just lose them a bit of momentum.
So it's all settled down already. Good evening, Coulthard. Oh, my telly's just turned off. Bloody Xbox.
Kerr's actually pulled away from Siakos now. And he's starting to chase after Whitburn, but Paul Whitburn is sat pretty comfortable. Meanwhile, you've got the rest of the silver class. You've got Pistorius kind of in a comfortable gap from Williams. Rick Pink not far behind Williams though, so Gonna see if he can do something in the next few laps, I guess. That'll be good to see. Hayward's making a recovery now. There's a nice pack actually of Hayward and Bell, Sylvester and Hartfield. Those guys are kind of all trying to keep with each other, I think. Quite difficult to overtake on this circuit.
No, I'll be here, mate. I'll be up. The Xbox turned off. Turned my telly off as well.
It's okay.
I was talking to Surface in the chat.
Oh, Austin's lost out. Austin's lost out somewhere. He went wide at the last couple of turns. He's actually lost out to Andrews. This fight between Austin's and Andrews is going to, I think, be a whole race thing, because Austin's looking on the outside. He's not going to be able to make that stick though. That's giving Andrews some momentum as well down the hill. Whitburn storming away now, 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds.
Jake's pulled up. Bunching all the cars up, so Jake's near the back of the pack. Didn't mean to go on this view.
He's currently fighting with, I think that's Blanchette, I think.
Like it.
Blanchette and Barton. So he's had a bit of a bad time of things so far. Bit of damage to Blanchette's car at the front, nothing too huge, but there does look like there's a little bit of damage, so maybe there was some contact with someone. Looks like there might be a bit of damage on Barton's car as well. So maybe something happened between all those guys.
Mr. Bell in 12th place. Hayward, who had an up earlier on in the race, seems to have settled down though. Rick
I
Pink.
expect him to close in on Rick Pink. I was going to say, it seemed like Rick Pink seems to be closing on, like really fighting with Williams right now. But it depends how long he's stuck behind Williams for, isn't it?
Yeah. I was actually listening to his braking then. He's been teaching himself a lot about trail braking, I think, and I was listening to through turn 1 because he had a bad problem just on and off brake, which is Formula 1, not this. Good evening, Brendan Booth, Mr. Evo. Sausage all over the rear bumper of Luke. So we are 10 minutes into the race. Still all 21 cars are with us.
Yep.
Seen a few offs. Looks like it's going to be a dry race.
Hutton looks as though he's lost out there. He's four seconds away from the rest of the field at the moment, so he's having a bit of a bad time, but still on the same lap, you know. So a couple of cars in front of him that have been running a bit wide. I think expect maybe some track limit penalties at some point. Turner and Sylvester are fighting right now. I think Sylvester needs to get a bit of a move on, get back through the field. He seemed to have some pace at the beginning there, so
down to 15th. But we've got a battle down now. Balcombe Pryor just ahead. So settled down really quickly.
Gonna find what we're gonna find is we're gonna find little pockets of like cars where they're all on the same pace. As we've got battle for P18. Sylvester overtakes, I think that's Turner, so he's managed to get round Turner on the outside as well, which is quite impressive. Barton now is going to look at Turner as well. Is Barton going to go for the move? He thought about it, but that's going to lose him some momentum. He's going to lose out to Blanchette, and he actually goes wide, and he's off the circuit. Barton is off the circuit. He's crashed. He's hit the barrier.
Oh,
And
Team Hooters.
that was a bit of a I think that was a bit of a desperation to keep up with the car in front, and he actually lost the back end completely. So we may see Barton going into the pits now. I'd suggest he gets into the pits now, gets all the damage fixed, because that was a big hit on the barrier there. So we will wait and see what he does. Yep, he's coming into the pits. He's made the sensible decision. Get in now, change tyres, get the fuel, take it to the end.
Guys, if you've just joined us, please hit the like button. And if you are watching us for the first time, also subscribe. Pushing up to that 400 mark, so we're looking good for it as well at the moment. So please, yeah, help out and press that like and the bell button, that little bell button as well. I'm crap at doing this stuff. I hate it. That's so cringy. Yeah, I've got to do it because it works. It does work. Oh, we've got a car off, Kerr's off, and that looked like Whitburn as well. That moves Rick up into 8th place.
Oh no!
And Williams into 7th.
Oh, Pistorius now leading the class. Oh, that's so unlucky from Whit. Oh, I feel really bad for Whitburn. He was putting a great job in there. I don't quite know what happened, but I've seen the yellow flags go on the map, and then yeah, didn't find out in time. Kerr's in the pits. Kerr has got really bad damage. So I think maybe, I think maybe there was an incident there between Kerr and Whitburn because they were fighting with each other. I think Kerr maybe went for a move, but I don't know, maybe it was a bit of a miscommunication, but this is going to ruin Kerr's race a little bit now.
Thank you for the subscription there, Jetty. Welcome to BoATV. Rick really looking strong tonight. He's now under pressure from Hayward, so he does need to get past the BMW of Williams.
Meanwhile, he's not going to get much screen time, but Matt Whitburn is 5 seconds ahead of Henry and pulling away. I mean, he is extremely quick. So, can we see a flawless race from him? We know that sometimes it can get a little bit wrong. He can do something wrong sometimes, but usually he's fine. We'll see what he does. So Kerr's come out of the pits in 20th, and I think he's fed back into being lapped a little bit, which is going to ruin his pace a little bit as well. That's not a good thing. So he's been in the pits for quite a while as well. Meanwhile, Paul Whitburn, I don't know if there's any severe damage on that Bentley, but the Bentley, it looks okay, to be honest. Don't see any scratches on it. I don't know about you, but don't see any damage.
Still, this battle continues between Luke and Austin's, with Hemming 1.5 seconds up the road.
Austin's really putting the pressure on Andrews, isn't he?
Yes, mate. It's been, you called it though. 15-minute long battle already. They've already traded places once or twice already.
Yeah, it's surprising because that Aston looks like it is struggling against his McLaren's in front.
I think he's just he's got that raw pace to get the Aston round. I don't think it's looking too strong round here tonight. P.O. not doing too bad in 11th place.
Yeah.
Only two Astons in there.
Yeah, there's only 2 Astons, yeah.
Oh, sorry, 3 Pryor as well. 14th.
Oh yeah, of course. Soilberg's sort of Seacos is on his own really, in his own little world, and away from the silver class leader, Storis.
Oh, Austin's going to try and move around the outside.
That was close. On the grass on the outside there.
He dips the toe on the.
Was that Andrews maybe squeezing him a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, of course.
A little bit of a squeeze.
Oh, a little bit of squeeze. What you can get away with.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
And that's going to sort of pump Austin's up a little bit, and he'll be getting a little bit...
No, red mist.
No, maybe not so much the red mist. Considering the battle he was having with Matt Whitburn last week, and the battle he's had the week before, I don't necessarily think there'll be any red mist. I think it's more... It'll just make him go, alright, okay, I want to try blocking me, I'm going to make the move stick.
So I've just noticed Haywood's got past Rick and Williams.
Yep, just seen that.
So, don't know what happened there.
I think something's happened between them two.
Oh, Kerr's a lap down, sorry.
No damage on either of them, so nothing to say anything happened that was wrong. Maybe Haywood's found some pace. Puts himself P2 in class now, so far putting another good comeback.
Yes, I think he's one who needs to be in the other league. Because Sylvester maybe have done himself looking at Kerr as well. Well, on Kerr, he had severe damage, didn't he? So
yeah, Kerr
fast,
was last week was holding for P3 until something happened.
Oh, Rick,
so he's got the pace.
Rick just getting out of the way there, letting Kerr through.
Yeah, I think he realised it's not his race really. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what position he's in.
What will Williams do now, though?
Hmm?
Williams just let him through as well?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, Rick having a solid race so far. As well as this man, Seacos. Another sexy livery. Oh, 25.
25.
Upfield's down the bottom.
And he's just coming into the pits as well.
Evo, you can imagine Luke now as he tried that move on the outside. Oh dear. Oh dear. But there is that battle still. Let's stay with that battle up front. I think we'll just accidentally got Tony Anthony scroll off.
There's a battle pit. Oh, and
there's been contact.
They've hit each other. And I think Austin's is actually going to wait for him.
So I think that means he's taking blame.
That was a bit of a dangerous rejoin if Seacos had caught up, but quite actually, this has given Seacos the perfect opportunity. Is Austin going to lose out to Seacos as well?
Dicker's probably thought, I don't need this. He's enjoying his race.
This is it. This could be his opportunity to move further up the field here, because he'd lost a lot of time to the few guys in front.
Al's down. I don't know. Al's he's into the pits. Maybe carrying an issue. Did you just Google what posh people say? So yeah, Seacos has just been given a new lease of life.
Paul Whitburn 3/10 off PO right now. Might be going for a move. He's going to be landing them up very soon. So there's another battle brewing there for P11.
Yeah, Luke last week actually made contact with a car re-entering. So not that bad this time.
No. It looks like Sirkos has kind of been put back in his place a little bit as Pio comes into the pits. So one of the first silver pack in that top sort of 10 silvers has made a pit stop, so Pio making an early stop.
Rick's still not letting Williams go. Actually improved on his lap time, so still looking strong on this set of tyres. 20 minutes in.
Yeah, he's really hunting him down in that Ferrari. Ferrari looking stable around the circuit as well. I think Sirkos has had another incident because Pistorius has got past him now.
Was it
Sirkos? It's gone from bad to worse for Sirkos. It was going well.
Well, it's gone from good, yeah, good to bad.
it went from good to great to bad in the space
that's
of a lap.
Yep.
And
2 laps yet. That is Branzach.
Hemming's in the lead.
What's happened there?
I don't know, but Hemming's in the lead by a 10th. A bit more than that. What happened there?
Whitburn's clearly had a lot off then.
I'm gonna go and find out for you. I'm gonna go to a replay and see if I can see what I can find.
I've only watched 2.5 Harry Potters. I'll do it.
What happened to him?
Can Hemming deal with the pressure for the next 40 minutes of the championship leader? Currently championship leader, no matter what, as long as he finishes ahead of Austin's. He's also got the fastest lap as well. Looking like a strong race, but clearly Malone had enough earlier.
I'm trying to find out where it's happened.
He's been talking to me too long, Evo. He's getting all cockney. Rick's still all over the back of Williams, sitting in 9th place. Hayward's pulling the gap, 2.5 seconds from him now.
Whitburn didn't come off the track, he just stopped at the last turn.
He probably dropped his beer.
So yeah, he just stopped on track.
Oh, Rick looking up there as he's trying to stop himself collecting Williams.
Whitburn really punting down Hemming right now. This could be a move for P1. He couldn't make it in this in the next couple of corners. Goes through turn 1. Hooks it down the hill, up the hill now. Letting him know he's there, but not making the move just yet.
Not an easy track to overtake at Branzach, not at all.
No, it's not. The closest battle now is Whitburn and Hemming. With only 3/10, but some other battles brewing at the back there. Pink and Williams still a second apart. Oh, Rick Pink's actually closed in there. He's only 5/10 off, so keep an eye on that.
Oh, he's all over the back of him now.
Whitburn's having a look. He's hunting. He's sensible driving from the both of them.
Oh,
But all this sensible driving, it can all go wrong in an instant, and we could see both cars off the track and in the pits with longer pit stops. And
Load up on the inside now.
oh, he's going to take the inside. Is he going to?
He's got it. Although Harry's going to have a good run out the exit.
He's going to have a good run, and he's going to try and dive down the. He's going to try down the hairpin. Get a better run. Yep, Whitburn got a little bit loose there. But then he fends that inside line, so that's good driving from Whitburn. Making sure he defends that position. I think Hemming should have maybe fought a little bit harder there to hold off that position. But he had some really good pace out front.
No, swords get harder in the cold. Silly. Oh, just talking with the chat.
I need to see the chat, don't I? Let me see if I can see the chat.
It does help to the stream because, especially on these quiet moments when we're trying to find a battle, especially when you see someone that talk about cold swords.
Yeah.
I mean, not letting Malone walk away though. Lap after. Still with him, 6 attempts at the moment. Actually, 124 is. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the gold, like the silver league, 124.1 is the quickest lap at the moment, with a 124.9 for the pro league. So,
Okay.
someone out there's looking really quick.
Possibly could be Paul Whitburn back on a charge. He has been making some ground back up. Got past Pryor and Balcom, so got past those quite quickly. But he's lost a little bit out to Bell.
I think it might be Bell.
Bell, yeah.
He's actually on the charge. If you look at him, he's closed right in on this battle between Rick and
then
Whitburn with him.
Paul's also closed in on them as well, so I'd say it's probably between those two actually. Paul Whitburn showed the pace in quali, being only a second off the pole position, so it seems as though he's got the right kind of setup for a good quick lap in the car. Maybe that's causing a few problems during the race, maybe tyre wear and stuff like that. But this pack is nice and close for sure, you know. Good to see so many makes of car like mixing with each other now.
Yeah.
Rather than it being the same few cars, it's nice to see Ferraris with BMWs and Bentleys. You know, it's good.
Yeah, it's one good thing about it. Like, the only bad thing with BMW was so good when it came out, it kind of just trumped everything. So, but now they've brought it back a bit. It's back into just a good battle out there. Different tracks. Our first next week.
Yep.
In the rain as well. No, I'm only joking. I'm not that sick.
Where are we next week? Where's next week?
Our first.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. I think I've got it down as a cold track next week.
That should see some fast lap times then.
I think they've said it doesn't make as big a difference now. Got a bit of a train forming now behind Williams. Williams has got Rick Pink.
Yeah. Can sample over these few for now for a couple of laps, and it's Bell that's actually just kind of closing in. Whitburn's just sat behind waiting for something to happen. But I think the battle's going to start kicking off in a minute because Whitburn's now really in that train now, and it's all four of them within probably about a second of each other. Whitburn's going to punt Bell, so Whitburn on a charge, and he could take a few cars here, so he's in a good position considering that he got spun around earlier on. But nothing but good things to say about him. He's doing a great job. Considering where he used to be, it's quite impressive. But he's taken Bell now, so he took Bell into turn 1.
Okay, Evo, just confirming next week's cold Bathurst 6 p.m. with a setting sun.
Oh God.
The tyre pressures will be an issue. Well, if it's 6 p.m, that means it's 6 p.m. Practice, and then it's 7 p.m. quali, 8 p.m. race.
Completely missed this, by the way, Roy. But Austin's has pitted.
Okay.
Not in P12. He's got a bit of free air in front of him, so yeah, that's good. But he's actually not far off being lapped by Matt Whitburn, so he needs to really push it now in this clean air and try and take Andrews in the pits. He's also in the pits now. Andrews has just gone into the pits.
Oh, apparently Hemmings spun. Someone just gave a shout. Apparently Hemmings and spin. He was a long way in front of Luke. Luke's coming into the pits really early.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying as well, because Austin's came into the pits quite early.
I think maybe because of the dynamic weather, they've had 2 setups, and it's just not happened.
Andrews is coming out of the pits now. Austin's
going
down the start finish straight. Is it going to pay off for Austin's? Is this going to pay off? Nope, it's not. Andrews comes out. He's actually a little bit further ahead than when they both came in the pits. So Andrews probably had a really good lap there, and he's gained some time on Austin's.
Great to see the viewers eagle-eyed as ever. They're on it quicker than we are normally.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that.
It's always it's good to watch the chat as well. They're like another 300 commentators, not 300. There's only 20 in there.
Balkan is in the pits. P17. One of the other McLarens on the circuit this tonight. And Siakoz's coming as well. So a lot of people deciding to jump into the pits to run this last 25 minutes, maybe a bit of a lighter car, fresher tyres. And it looks like Balkan's going to come out in some traffic. He's going to have to let Paul Whitburn go. Can't really sit there. That's a battle that's still brewing.
It's brewing. Is that you just come out into the middle of it?
Well, he's actually Whitburn's got past Pink as well.
That's
so...
Balkan. Yep, Whitburn is on the charge.
Yeah, he is on a charge, isn't he? He's going to be chasing Williams, and then he's back up to P2 in class. So,
yeah. Wonder if that's what Rick is thinking. Let them battle, so he can close down Williams again.
Yes, I think that's probably the best option.
Whitburn on a charge, so battle for 4th, 5th and 6th as it stands, with Austin's Luke and Siakoz all into the pits already.
Turner into the pits as well.
Also on quick laps at the moment.
Silver class leader Storis has come into the pits.
Oh, we got Spell off the track. Where's Pink gone? Pink come off the track as well.
Oh, Pink did come up here. I just noticed it. He's got some damage on his car as well. That has to be a pit stop. Get that car in the pits. Yep, he's making that pit stop. Best thing to do in this situation. Everyone making the right decision.
Time.
Williams being pressured by Whitburn already. That gap was pretty large last lap. He's closed it in really quickly.
Someone definitely put a rocket up Whitburn's ass tonight.
Absolutely, really flying.
Both of
Both of
them.
the Whitburns are really
Yeah.
flying today.
Well, you look,
Exactly
they
like
were
one was.
battling 4 or 5 laps ago, and now my strats for Raffle clutched him. Unfortunate.
Button's coming to the pits as well. Button making a bit of a charge back, do you think? Or do you think he's kind of stationed where he is at the moment?
So I was just reading the chat. That's all. Was that, mate?
But do you think Button's got a chance to pull something back, or is he kind of stationed where he is at the moment? He's in the pits right now, but
yeah, I've not been following him too much to race. Been pretty quiet out there, hasn't he?
yeah, it's been quite quiet. Yeah. As Rick Pink comes out, he's coming out the pits now. So Kerr is actually on a bit of a charge back up the order. He's got a couple of cars in front of him.
Oh, we've got 2 retirements.
Pitted, we've got 2 retirements.
Well, I think that answers no. That Hutton's still in the pits, on his way out. Yeah, 2 retirements. Hemming, yep, well spotted. Hemming's into the pits as well. He's just exiting.
Yeah, he's just coming out of the pits.
And there goes Austin's. So he's lost he's lost out big time.
Lost a lot. He's lost massive there because he's lost out to Andrews as well. So I wonder where he's lost out there. I wonder if there was an incident. Maybe that spin that he had, that's cost him a lot of time. That's really unfortunate for Hemming, because he was fighting with Whitburn there for a long time. At Whitburn. And the top 4 drivers leaving it quite late, really, for a pit stop. Got Paul Whitburn hunting Williams still. That hasn't ended. That's still going on. And that's currently for the lead in the class. So are they just trying to pull away from Pistorius a little bit while they've got the opportunity? Maybe gain some ground. So Paul Whitburn looks on the outside and just backs off. Waits a little bit longer. Williams is defending hard as well. Some good racing from the silver class, right? Really good.
Who wants to watch the pros racing anyway? But on more entertaining cars. Not quite being confident and making funny moves. What's about?
Yeah.
Why touring cars are always better than Formula 1.
Yeah. Matt Whitburn into the pits.
Okay, Paul Whitburn. It's right on the bumper of Williams now.
Yeah. He's been there for ages as well. What a really good comeback from Paul. Just waiting to see that gap between Andrews and Bell, which is only 9 seconds. So Andrews is going to possibly take P2 here after all the cars in front take a pit stop. As Matt Whitburn comes out the pits. Now is he going to get overtaken? He's maybe. No, he's going to put just in front of him. And is he actually going to back Williams up here? Do you think he might back Williams up? And give Paul the opportunity.
Looks under pressure, so this might give Emin a chance to start closing the gap down again. I've been caught up behind mover for a little while. Key section to overtake back markers.
Austin's still sat behind Andrews as well, like,
yeah,
that battle's been an ongoing
all race,
hasn't it? Things get a little bit squirrely out of the turn there, coming up down the back straight, going into the final few corners of the track. And yeah. Keeping an eye on this battle between Williams and Whitburn because it's heating up right now.
I think they're both enjoying the battle and not wanting to pit.
Yeah, they really are. Look at this is fantastic. Yeah, two really quite big, heavy cars when you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone wide, and that could be the opportunity that Williams needs to actually get into the pits this lap now. If Whitburn doesn't gain that time back too quickly.
I was going to say it's
Bell
long lap.
Pits.
Long. It's not a long lap, but it's still early on in the lap.
Absolutely. I sense Paul Whitburn had a bit of pace there, so I think maybe you'll charge straight back at him. But we'll wait and see. So Bell's in the pits. Was running P3 in silver. Let's see where he comes out. Gonna come out behind Pistorius and Theo and Hayward. And he's going to be probably giving way to Kerr as well.
He's on the charges. Delta's up at the moment.
Sylvester making a good comeback. He's not far off Kerr, so he's kept up with them. He's found some pace, which is impressive. And Whitburn's in the pits. Paul Whitburn is in the pits, so the fight for silver now completely wide open. As Pistorius got enough to come back quite possibly. He's about 20, nearly 30 seconds difference. So we'll see. Psychos is 30 seconds off Paul Whitburn. Is this enough for Paul to get in and get out? Possibly come out in second or first, depending on what happens with Williams. It's a pretty crucial moment. Now Pistorius has gone through. Pistorius still carrying a pretty healthy advantage.
Did Rick end up down in 15th?
I think through the pit stops, I think he's had an issue.
Oh, he had that off, didn't he?
Even more.
He got damage, so we'd probably repaired it.
Yeah, I think the damage will have cost him some time, and I think possibly Paul Whitburn's stop was a little bit longer than it was planned to be. But he's on the way out of the pits now. He's actually going to come out behind Bell, I think, and just in front of Sylvester. So that worked. He was a good driver, fighting for second in class, but I think he's got to find some pace now in the last 16 minutes of this race and try and do something, because he needs to salvage some points from this race. As Williams comes into the pits, our final driver in the pits now.
Evo, you've been rude, mate. Is that innuendo?
What did he say?
Help it. Yeah, it's been a good battle. Williams coming through. Pistorius putting pressure on Sirkos now, big time.
And he takes lead in silver as well.
Yep. So technically he doesn't need to overtake anymore, but come on, if place top 5.
Well, this is it now. What would you do? I mean, would you chase down?
Oh, Sirkos sideways.
Yeah, a little bit sideways.
Not the first time we've said that. It'll be the last. No, he's P1 now, mate. Oh, P2. Yeah, you're right, mate. Sorry, I just spotted. Yeah, go on, mate.
Do you think Pistorius would want to overtake Sirkos now, or do you think he's just going to sit behind him?
How far behind is... Wait for the Delta to catch up. 21 seconds. He could just get away. He could just get away with it.
But Hayward's actually pressuring Pio, so Hayward's done a good comeback. So we could actually see maybe a Hayward versus Pistorius towards the end if he has pace, but that gap is pretty big.
Yeah, no, I can't see it. I think it's a bit too much to ask.
Also, a bit late news, but Austin got past Andrews. So
Okay, something other than that.
there we go. So a good comeback from for Austin's, considering where he started. Yeah, he's got to try and keep the pressure on now for the next 14 minutes and keep these extremely fast McLarens behind him, and that's not going to be an easy task, I don't think.
I do think Luke's just managed to be that much faster, like enough on pace with him. I think Austin's is now clear the dirty air. I think he's going to clear. I don't think he's going to chase down Whitburn, but I think he might put a bit of a gap over Luke now. Luke picking up podium, nice. Did we keep him in now 1.1 seconds behind? Lester back into 13th. He's closing down Whitburn, 7 seconds.
Whitburn closing the gap on Bell and Williams, so it's not over for him to get some more points, try and go fourth in class, which would be good. Haywood, 5/10 off PO, the battle for them two right now. That's probably one of the closest battles we've got. And that's heating up Haywood, really hustling PO a little bit, and we've seen what PO is like under pressure, so I'm going to sit with these guys for a minute, because anything could happen.
Blanchett and Turner having a battle at the back of the pack. Fun to be had no matter where you are on the grid.
This is it, you know, there's battles always going on around the track, so... Oh, Blanchett's actually gone off. He's back on the track now, but he actually went off there in pursuit of Turner. Looks like he's struggling a little bit with that BMW today. It's a shame we've seen him do quite well in the past so far, so...
Doesn't like the sound of a Mercedes engine.
Does sound good, doesn't it?
There's not many cars that sound terrible in this game.
No, that's true. Theo keeping a good like gap between him and Haywood, but it's about consistency, and from just seeing Theo from last week, I'd say that Haywood's got the more consistent streak. So I guess we'll see what happens, but it's just my opinion at the minute.
I was wrong about Austin's. I think he's sticking with him. Allowing Hemming to close down as well.
Yeah. And Hemming, we saw earlier, does have the pace, but he's struggling. Went off track there.
That sounds good as well.
It does sound really good. Mercedes does sound really mighty. But Theo separated himself 1.7 seconds to Haywood now, so that battle's kind of fizzled out. Bell is 5/10 off Williams. But Andrews, that's the closest one right now, 3/10 away from Austin. Can he get P2? Can we see a bit of an upset in the championship and maybe Whitburn claw back some much needed points here and take the lead going away from this race? What's the points difference?
Look. I'll turn. What's the difference between Whitburn and Austin's, or the rest?
Just in terms of what points you get. It looks as though Pink's actually giving way to Andrews and Austin, so making the sensible decision, getting out of the way.
They'll get out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Whitburn closing in on these two as well.
Yeah, yes he is. Getting closer and closer. It was 3 seconds a few laps ago, so that battle between Andrews and Austin is still going on, but Whitburn's got that fastest lap crucially at the moment with 8 minutes to go. So he's got that fastest lap and the race win in the bag by the end. Then this could see him hit Louis the championship anyway. Yeah, if Andrews can pressure Austin's in this last 8 minutes of the race and make him maybe just make a little mistake and get past him, that could really make a bit of an upset for Austin's, especially with the consistency that Whitburn seems to have at every track we've been at so far.
He's just crazy. Like, we knew he was quick on PC. And there are we have seen others like him, but there aren't many.
No.
Trevor Wenham, he was crazy. I think he did win the championship.
Luke had a look on the outside, and it looks like he's... Oh, that's so close. He's really hunting. Andrew's really hunting for that position. He knows he's got past the car as well. And that's meaning that Hemming's actually closing in, as you were saying.
Whitburn all over the back of Williams. Bell there as well.
Oh, he's actually got past Bell. He's made that move. He's hunting Williams now, so he's actually clawing himself back up to 4th in class. He could actually catch Hayward. 7 minutes to go if something happens. Never say never. So, looks like actually Paul Whitburn's going to go for a move. He looked around the outside. He's actually going to take the inside line. He's going to get a better drive. Is he going to take him? I think he's got him. He's got the run down the inside. He's not giving Williams really any much choice, and they've collected each other.
Oh, Whitburn went way too wide there.
No, Williams turned in.
Nah, I think I had a front end view and it looked like he just went straight. You need to be going for the apex. That's my point of view. Early knee-jerk reaction.
We'll have to see what the stewards say. I think on that one. I think that was a
knee-jerk reaction.
Sure that was a reckless move from Paul Whitburn for a bit of desperation, maybe from the beginning of this race, or if that was just Williams maybe turning in a bit too soon. But either way, obviously the stewards will solve that. Bit of a shame to see
decision
that
straight away. Just shows you with the different angles you see it being from though. It does look like Storis has just sat behind Sirkos. Sensible, picking up the points.
There's no point in fighting for that position because it's not going to gain him anything. It's only going to lose him out.
Jolly one eye. Thank you for the follow.
Meanwhile, Hayward 1.8 seconds off Theo now, and he's starting to, I think, either sit there and just take these points, or you could actually be hunting him down again. Still got some time left. Sylvester with a quiet comeback as well.
He's sitting in 13th. Keep his head in it, finish the race. doesn't do much league racing, wants to get into it.
Hopefully we'll see some improved performances going forward, because it looks as though he's improved today from last week, and obviously the week before was quite good. So
Week before, I think he finished in the top 8 overall.
yeah,
Seeing some of the class out there tonight.
he has got the group of Pryor. I think it's Pryor behind him. Could be wrong.
And another follow.
Oh
Thank
no,
you very
sorry,
much.
no, he's got the. And this battle for P2, Roy has just really opened up now. You've got Hemming, Andrews, and Austins.
I've not come off of it for a little while, mate.
Yeah, this is.
I've been listening to what you say, but I've been watching this.
Oh no, of course. This battle now really heating up.
Sylvester just ahead of him.
Yeah, is he going to be a cause for concern? I'd hope not. We don't want to see anything like that happening to these guys at the front.
I think he can get him out of the way pretty sharpish.
Hopefully he's got indicators on the car so they know what he's going to do. You know, that's the key bit of information. He does pull over to the... Oh no, he's not pulled over, sorry. He just went out of shot. I thought he was pulling over. That's actually going to affect Austin's. This is going to affect Austin's. He should have moved out of the way a bit sooner there, considering the battle that's going on behind. And this is going to affect things massively. If he moves out of the way here, he's moving out of the way in a really bad spot. And it's going to affect the rest of them.
No, they're all through. They're all through. They're all through. What was you panicking about?
Oh,
they're all professionals.
That was close. That hasn't really affected things too much then.
I won't clench him really hard then.
I think Hemming's lost out a little bit there. So I think
Tiny
Hemming maybe has to back out.
It's ebbing and flowing either way.
He's down to it, and Matt Whitburn's still obviously leading 25-second lead now, which is just unbelievable. 2 minutes to go. Well, just over 2 minutes to go.
Not quite sure how he does it.
No, I don't know either. It's mesmerising, isn't it? It's 3-car battle now, though, Roy. It's yeah, it's getting to the point now where it's
one mistake.
Getting a little bit. Yeah, one mistake could actually see Hemming. I think Hemming could actually win out from anything that happens in front. Because Andrews will have to avoid anything that happens to Austin's. And I think Hemming's got some pace to actually get past Austin's if he gets close. So it's still not over this. It's been a whole hour as well of just great racing, so it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's gone pretty quick tonight. It's going to be one of the better races we've had on the PC. It's getting it.
Pistorius and Silver, just like you say, sitting behind Siakos and kind of just taking the drive home now, I think, for that class win. It was a good job from him, taking advantage of someone else's disadvantage.
I would be personally tempted to overtake. I think Siakos would have preferred it. Maybe that he did overtake, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just a nuisance behind you, but because we'd like the 5th place as well.
Yeah, I suppose. It was sensible driving from Pistorius. I think he knows what. He's clearly thinking about it as he's driving, which shows he's got a bit of capacity to do that, which is good.
Look really closing in down the hill there.
So Matt Whitburn starts the final lap of the race. He's going to come across the line now. We've got 1 lap left to go. So that's good for Hemming and for Andrews, but maybe Austin's wanted this race to have been finished by now.
Yeah, he's still got about another 15, 16 corners to hold these boys off.
Yeah.
I mean, now just holding on, hoping to pick up scraps from something that goes on ahead of him.
Yeah.
43 laps. Been pretty eventful up and down. But we have got a battle between. Oh, yeah, you did call it. Whitburn's now up into 8th. He's got ahead of Hayward.
He got ahead of Hayward. I don't know how that's happened, but I think Hayward's had an incident with Kerr, I think. And Bell, I think, because Paul Whitburn was fighting with Williams earlier, who's also lost out a massive amount. Keep an eye on it. We've got Matt Whitburn going through the last corner now. He's going to take that win. Fastest lap as well. Great race from him. Stellar performance from start to finish.
Perfect job. Well done, Austin, Whitburn. And then we've got
battle.
Austin's holding on.
It's not over.
Dear life.
It's not over.
Move
And
done on
Hemming's
Luke
actually
earlier
going
on.
to start.
After
Hemming's going to
race.
hunt for Andrews here.
Seen it lost there before.
Oh, God. Oh no, and Hemmings has gone wide. Oh,
Luke did get the drive on him on the exit as well, so well done.
Yeah.
And then Sirkos in 5th place. You see PO, Whitburn, Hayward, Bell, Kerr, and Williams are all finished.
Pistorius is going to come across the line and take the silver class win. Great job from him. Really, really good job.
On, guys. Got Sirkos 5th place overall. 5th place in the Pro League. That means Luke now jumps him in the league. And we just wait for Blanchett and Turner to finish their battle. They were been battling most of the race, these two, but they've actually dropped each other now. Steve Turner comes round.
Turner comes across the line.
And completes the race.
There we go.
Yeah, it's another race raced. Oh, so yeah, quite a lot to talk about in steward rooms, I think. Couple instance we see. Obviously, there's plenty of we don't see off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a brilliant race. Well done, Austin's clinching that 2nd place in front of Luke and Hemming under all that pressure. And well, Malone once again smashed it, so he's looking really strong for the title with just 4 races remaining. Next week we have Bathurst kicking off Saturday with GT Academy. So tomorrow night we got GT4 with the Xbox boys back at it. So kick off at 7:30 with the Euro League. So thank you very much, Lizzie, for joining me, mate. Much appreciated.
No
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been a great race. It's been it's been a good race. Obviously, Matt Whitburn taking the pole position and the race lead and taking the win. So good job from him. But I'd say who would you say was your driver of the day?
Whitburn. Or Pistorius.
I was going to say the same. A really good job from Pistorius last weekend. Last week he struggled a little bit, so to see him come out with the class win, 6 overall, really good job from him. So
yeah, I'm probably going to go with Pistorius actually, because he drove sensibly to sit behind here because he knew where his position was on the track. That shows awareness. So
yeah, it does. It does.
It's always good to see. But thank you once again, mate. And we're going to call it there. Thank you very much to everyone who joined us. Don't forget to lick the like button. And we'll call it there. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, mate.